Ben Simmons has yet to hit a 3 in the NBA, but despite this, he still made the All-Star team last year, and he's also a point guard. Now normally, point guards can shoot very well, but Ben Simmons is 6'10", and no other point guard in the league can cover him, so it's a little different for him. But in today's video, I thought it would be interesting if we found out what would happen if Ben Simmons could shoot like Stephen Curry. So in NBA 2K20 right now, I've changed up Ben Simmons' stats, so he now has the same shooting ratings as Stephen Curry. In terms of mid-range shot, he has an 89, three-point shot 99, and then I also gave him a 92 free throw. So these are the same ratings as Stephen Curry. And then I've also boosted up his tendency, so he now has a 99 three-point tendency. And then I gave him a bunch of shooting badges as well. So he has 45 badges now. And now Ben Simmons is a 94 overall, three-point scorer, inside scoring, mid-range scoring. He's a beast at all of it. Now we did do this with Giannis the other day, but Giannis did not end up doing too well inside of 2K. So it's going to be interesting to see if Ben Simmons will do a little bit better here. We're also going to be changing up the coach game plan a bit. Our first scoring option is going to be Ben Simmons, and we're going to be playing through Ben Simmons because I want to see just how good he would be at scoring if he actually just went ahead and tried to score every possession. He's also a great playmaker, but I want to see how good he could do if he could score with that three-point ball. We are going to play a game. We are going to play a little bit with Ben Simmons against the Celtics right here, just to see how good he is if we actually go ahead and use him. It's going to be interesting if Ben does actually get a three-point shot in his career, because if he does, he's going to be unstoppable. Hopefully we can win this tip-off right here. Let's just give the ball to Ben Simmons and see what we can do. Okay, it's going to be weird being able to shoot a three. Let's just get inside first, and that's no good. So we're not as good as Giannis. When Giannis goes down like that, he literally hits everything. Also, a thing I did forget to put on was hot spots. We will actually change that, getting our first three-pointer of the game. What's up, Falsey? Ben Simmons can do that. That would be crazy. I am going to turn on hot spots for the rest of the season, though. And there we go, get the board with Ben. And if we just go on the fast break, we got a bunch of guards actually covering us. We can just get in the post here and get an easy dunk. And then if we combine Ben Simmons' ability to play make as well, he's a complete beast. Like, check this out. Put up the three-pointer, and we hit another one. I put quick draw on him as well. Hall of Fame quick draw, so he's going to be shooting fast. I think we're going to drive, and then the step back. Not a three-pointer, but we still hit the mid-range shot. All right, let's run the pick and roll right here. Look at that pick. Pop the ball, and the three is good. A little bit of a fade there as well. Imagine Ben Simmons could just do that. We on the fast break here. Just going to get around everybody. Come inside for the easy layup. Kemba Walker ain't going to be able to stop Ben Simmons down low. All right, we got like one more possession here with Ben Simmons. I want to try to hit a step back in the corner. Okay, perfect release. I'll take that. Ben Simmons' step back isn't too crazy. I was hoping he'd jump back to the three-point line. But just a mid-range shot. Give me that steal. Come on. We kind of got to find out just how good he can be in a game when he can shoot that three-point shot. Let's just hop into season and see how well he does. We had a successful season with Ben Simmons. He ends up getting MVP, getting 32 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 7.2 assists. Almost a triple-double. It would have been crazy if he actually managed to get that. 1.5 steals and 0.7 blocks. So decently on defense as well. The 76ers end up getting 54 wins. So, I mean, very good season for them, but it's not crazy good. Ja Morant gets Rookie of the Year, Six-Man D'Angelo, Kawhi, Depoy, Terry Rozier, Most Improved. And Doc Rivers, the Clippers head coach, gets Coach of the Year with 63 wins for them. So that's pretty interesting. Usually it is the Lakers, Frank Vogel getting Coach of the Year. And Ben Simmons makes the All-NBA first team, of course. He got MVP. And he's going to be our only guy on these All-NBA teams. Nobody else on the team there. In terms of standings, the Brooklyn Nets actually get a better record with 57 wins. So the 76ers are going to have to face off against the Bucks in the second round instead of Orlando or Detroit, which makes it difficult because during the season, they were losing to the Bucks quite a bit. The 76ers just could not beat them. Ben Simmons is up to a 96 overall now. So he's soon going to be one of the best players in the league. And if we check out Ben Simmons' stats for this year as well, if we go over to three-point percentage, he ended up shooting 40% from the three-point line. So, of course, doing a lot better considering he has not hit a three yet in his entire NBA career. Went from hitting 0 threes to shooting 40%. And then in terms of actual three-pointers made, he hits 285 with 700 attempted three-pointers. We already got to check out his points earlier because he did get MVP. And let's see what the 76ers can do right here. See if they can win an NBA championship. First round of the playoffs. They take a 2-0 lead. They take a 3-0 lead. And it is a sweep. And the Bucks get swept by the Boston Celtics, which is huge for the 76ers and Ben Simmons because they could not beat the Bucks during the regular season. So it's going to be Philly versus the Celtics in the second round. Detroit beating the Magic as well. And let's see if the 76ers can get another sweep. They're up 2-1, 3-1 now. Can they move on? And they do. An easy 4-1 victory. And the Nets also won 4-1 against the Pistons. And then both the Lakers and Rockets with the 4-0 sweeps there. Let's see if the 76ers can defeat the Nets to make the NBA Finals. It's a 1-0 lead, tied up 2-1, 3-1, 3-2. And the 76ers defeat the Brooklyn Nets and a huge upset. Houston beating out the Lakers. So we got 76ers with our 96 overall Ben Simmons with Stephen Curry's three-point shot facing off against the Houston Rockets. Let's get into game one. Rockets end up getting game number one here. Rockets get a 2-0 lead. The Rockets with a 3-0 lead. And unfortunately for the 76ers, the Rockets sweeping them. 131-104 in the last game. Harden gets MVP, and Harden's actually a 98 overall. So doing better than Ben Simmons here is now back down to a 95. Ben Simmons putting up 22 points. I mean, not too impressive with how good he is. He just did not perform in the NBA Finals, but let's see what he can do next season. So heading into our next season here, Ben Simmons actually improved to a 97 overall, so he's becoming a complete beast. If we actually go to all players, he's the second highest rated player in the game, only behind Kawhi Leonard. So it's going to be interesting to see what Ben Simmons can do this year. Of course, MVP last year. Let's see if he can do it again. We're just going to be playing through him yet again just to see how good he can do. It might not be the best way for the 76ers to win, but it helps. End of the second season, Giannis actually ends up getting MVP this season. He puts up some good numbers with this performance. LaMelo Ball gets Rookie of the Year, and we're not going to be seeing any awards for Ben Simmons, but Brett Brown, the coach for the 76ers, does get Coach of the Year, and they end up getting 58 wins this season, which is an improvement on last season. Ben Simmons is on the All-NBA team. Let's go back to the first team. Ben is now a 98 overall. There's a few people getting close to that 99 overall, but you know 2K, as we get into the seasons, players just go up a ridiculous amount. So the 76ers going to get the top seed in the East, and they do have to face off against the Bucks in the second round yet again, facing off against the MVP Giannis. And let's go over to league leaders to see how Ben did. He was actually the 5th highest scorer in the league this season. Last year he was the highest scorer when we did the simulation. Rebounds per game for Ben, he's actually down quite a bit. He actually does not average a double-double, 8.9 rebounds per game, and then 6.9 assists. So in terms of points, not doing as well as last season. Then checking out his most recent season, going over to his three-point percentage, he actually improves to 43.2%. If we go over to the amount of three-pointers he ends up making 247 three-point shots, 572 attempted. So in his second season, he actually did not attempt as many three-point shots, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping he would actually put up a little more, but he just did not shoot as much in his second season right here. But still, I mean, shooting an amazing percentage. Let's hop into the playoffs now, see if the 76ers, as the #1 seed, can win an NBA championship up against the Chicago Bulls in round number 1. They take a 1-0 lead, make that a 2-0 lead, a 3-0 lead, and the Hawks actually sweep the Bucks, and the 76ers sweep the Chicago Bulls as well. So they're moving on to the second round quite easily right here. And then in the bottom of the bracket, we got the Boston Celtics with a big upset and the Raptors moving on. So let's see how the 76ers can do against the Hawks. They did very well against the Bucks. A big upset right there. The Hawks take game number 1. There we go. 76ers tied up. They take a 2-1 lead. Hawks tied up at 2 apiece. And the 76ers with a 3-2 lead. But the Hawks tied up. We're going to a game number 7. This is in Philly though. So the 76ers with a good chance to win this. They were down big at the beginning of the game, but now they got a huge lead and they win this game quite easily. They're down by quite a bit after that first quarter. So a nice little comeback right there. The Celtics upsetting the Toronto Raptors, but the 76ers making the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Celtics taking a 2-1 lead. The Celtics with a 3-1 lead. Who do the Celtics actually have now? Kemba Walker, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward. So keeping a lot of the guys they had before. And they're looking pretty strong right here. Are the 76ers going to come back? They tied up and they're forcing a game number 7. The Celtics were up 3-1. Let's see what the 76ers can do here in a game number 7, going back and forth. They got a little bit of a lead right here, but the Celtics somehow tie it up. And now the Celtics taking a pretty big lead, but it goes back over to the 76ers. And with 27 seconds left in this game, the 76ers are up by 1 point. Let's see if they're going to be able to clutch this and make the NBA Finals. We got Ben Simmons here. He's like a 98 overall now. Looks like the Celtics just going to run down the clock. They want to actually go ahead and get a bucket to take the lead. Not playing it safe here. They want to go for the win. Cole Anthony from 3, in and out. It's no good. And almost the second chance points, but it's no good. And the 76ers winning game 7, moving on to the NBA Finals. So a super close game, but the 76ers end up taking it, and they make it to the NBA Finals for the second year in a row, and they're going to be facing off against the Utah Jazz. Let's check out who the Jazz have. They got Donovan Mitchell, a 92, Rudy Gobert's a 90, Mike Conley's a 90, and Bogdanovic is an 84. So the Jazz looking really solid there as well. Ben Simmons is a 98 overall now, though. So let's see what they can do in the NBA Finals. The Jazz take game 1. Jazz take game number 2. And finally, 76ers pull out a game. The 76ers tie it up at 2. And the 76ers with the 3-2 lead. Jazz tied up, though. We're going to another game 7 with the 76ers here. Going back and forth early on in this game. The 76ers taking a little bit of a lead going in to the fourth quarter. They had a 10-point lead for a bit, and the 76ers win it 115-110 in game number 7. Ben Simmons with 24 points. I'm surprised he just didn't score as much as I thought. I made them play through Ben Simmons, but he just did not score here. But of course, Ben Simmons going to be your Finals MVP. 24 points per game, 8.4 rebounds, 7.1 assists. And something else interesting to check out, if we go over to team records right here, Ben Simmons put up 63 points on May 23rd, 2020, and 51 on May 1st, 2020. So that's pretty insane. If we go over to three-pointers made, Ben Simmons almost has every single record for the 76ers now after his 2 seasons being able to shoot the three-point shot. His free throws are way up as well. So Ben Simmons giving him that three-point shot. He just became an all-around beast. Ends up bringing his team to an NBA championship. It was super close. He actually had to go to 3 Game 7s, but they end up getting the W. That's going to be it for this video, though, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure that you do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time.